Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. My name is Samuel Oju, a DBA student at Franklin University. Today, I will be discussing about my literature review process and findings on leadership transformation. This presentation will cover the context and overview of leadership transformation, literature review process, the summary of the literature findings that we did, and we will also be identifying the gaps and the future for this research. Which direction is it going to take after we've reviewed the literature? Firstly, I will be talking about the importance of leadership transformation. The context behind this is that leadership transformation is very important in the IT sector because of the growing and rapidly changing technological advancement, which demands agile leadership. The essence of leadership transformation is that it fosters a culture of innovation and adaptability, which allows leaders to inspire their team to enhance that kind of change and pursue continuous improvement. What else does transformation now leadership does? It allows the team to align with the strategic goals, facilitating seamless transition through change. It promotes collaboration and open communication also. This is very important for long-term success of an organization. This leads us to the process that I personally took to identify the literature. And in this process, we take a look at extensive database like Google Scholars, like JSTOR, like Epson from the Franklin University Library. Looking through keywords like leadership transformation, transformational leadership, and agile leadership. And there we're able to streamline and also classify the articles that we're going to be looking for according to themes like innovation, digital disruption, cultural diversity, focusing on empirical studies, which are practices or practical articles that are being used, and some meta-analysis. There, we're able to come up with some renowned articles like Johnson's and Lee, Smith and Brown 2023, Williams and Garcia. All these articles explored more on leadership transformation and organizational change through the process of searching through the database. Yes. Thereafter, the literature review process and identification of the articles that will be relevant for this topic. These are the summary of the literature findings. The first one is that Johnson and Lee, 2022, they were able to prove that there is a direct link between transformational leadership and organizational success or organizational performance. However, Williams and Garza, 2023, have also identified some challenges in leadership transformation, such as resistance to change, which is common among people that are really comfortable with what they're already doing. But there are strategies that has been laid out for success of agility lead or agile leadership. Because Martinez and Patel, 2025, already provided the insight into agile leadership techniques that will facilitate team transformation. Despite the growing body of literature on leadership transformation, 3 notable gaps have been identified in leadership transformation or in the literature that we have been able to review. The first of it is the cultural factor, because we've not been able to actually see how cultural diversity impacts leadership transformation, especially in global technology firms. The other gap that was noticed was the skills and competency that is required for leadership, effective leadership in agile and digital environment. There has been a notable gap in that there's not been a lot of literature that covers the specific skills and competency that is required for effective leadership in digital and agile environment. The last but not the least gap that was identified and that makes this topic to be suitable for further research is that we don't have much exploration into how leadership practices can actually be aligned with organizational goals or objectives. So the integration of transitional leadership with organizational goal still need to be further researched in order to actually bring long-term success to a global organization. Above all these references have helped us to identify the gaps, the need for further research. Feel free to look at them. They will help you expand your knowledge, expand your perspective about the impact and the importance of leadership transformation in organizations generally. Thank you. I appreciate your time. I will be expecting your feedback in order to improve myself individually, in my personal life, and also in my professional life. Thank you.